Getting unengaged students to re-enroll is difficult. Nobody's responding to email. Calls are going unanswered because it's so much spam these days. But getting people to start a relationship through text messaging really isn't as hard as trying to use a traditional method. Modern Campus Message is focused on building conversations, community, and a real sense of relationship with individual students. And so it is a messaging platform that is creating one-to-one conversations from mass bulk messaging. We found a great partner in Bandwidth because we know that no matter what, it's just going to work for us. We don't have to think about what the scaling issues are going to be as we become more successful. Bandwidth is always there to solve that problem for us. And as things are changing in the landscape, we learn from our friends over at Bandwidth what we need to know to keep ahead of our competitors, especially as regulatory and carrier requirements change over the years. We're starting to see now that students, parents, prospects, they're all demanding more from the relationship with the student. And so we see messaging being part of that when it comes to answering questions more quickly, more fully, giving the options they need, especially with RCS, so that it's not necessarily always a conversation, but it can go from an interaction to a conversation and back and forth again. As the carriers introduce new requirements around application to person and 10DLC registration, Bandwidth was a great partner with us because we knew well in advance what was necessary. We were able to get our traffic registered months before any of the deadlines, and there was not even a blip in our service. It was a cumbersome and fraught process for a lot of our competitors, but not for us. Our goal is to get messaging into every single product within Modern Campus's portfolio. We believe really strongly that building connections and building relationships over time means that an institution will be able to keep that student not just from the early days when they're getting their undergraduate degree, but all the way through graduate as they're developed out into alumni, when they're giving back to the institution, when they want to upskill in the workforce, all the way through that learner to earner life cycle. We want to focus entirely on higher education, what it needs, and not necessarily the technology that enables all of that. We have our ideas, Bandwidth provides us with their ideas, and marrying the two together creates very powerful products for our customers.